Welcome back to Great Day. As a Marine Corps veteran, our next guest knew how to carry out orders. Many of us will do what we're told, so why do we sell ourselves short on our own personal orders, like finally getting healthy or whatever your hope for the new year is? Eric Rittmeyer is a motivational speaker and the author of The Emotional Marine, 68 Mental Toughness and Emotional Intelligence Secrets to Make Anyone Instantly Like You. Eric is also a dad joke teller, so let's hear it, Eric. Hi there.
I got one for you, Deborah. I've been holding out on this all year long. We're 10 days in. Okay, I got one for you. Ready?
Okay. All right.
What do you get when you cross an angry sheep with an angry cow?
I don't know if that's even possible. What would you get?
Two animals that are in a bad mood.
Oh, okay. I got one for you. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I got one for you. You're forgiven. What do you call a New Year's resolution?
What?
Something that goes, wait, what is it? I forgot the answer. Oh, wait. Oh, something that goes in one year and out the other.
Oh my goodness, Deborah. I got you, girl. I got you. I'll work with. I got you.
All right. I actually forgot what the answer was. All right. Eric, it's interesting because it's so funny. We can always tell someone else what to do. We're on it, but we can't tell ourselves what to do. And one of the things that you teach is overcoming self-imposed limits. I mean, to the point where human nature does that, to the point where you even see that used in war at times. They count on someone's self-imposed limitations.
Yeah, and I mean, it all boils down to we're emotional creatures, right? We're hardwired to feel first and think later. Everything revolves around remaining in control of the emotion as it relates to resolutions, as it relates to relationships, adversity, high stress situations. It all starts with recognizing that we cannot stop that feeling. We can't stop the emotion. We shouldn't try to stop it. We shouldn't try to ignore it, deny it, suppress it. Instead, learn to recognize it and control it. That's what all the resolutions boil down to, is learning to control that feeling.
Yeah, and you teach us how to follow through based on clear, concise, and critical thinking protocols. You have a goal crusher formula, so take us through that 4-step formula.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. So it's just, first off, you have to have a dissatisfaction, something you're upset with. I call this the pain, something that's causing you pain, physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain. That's the D part of the equation. The V is the vision, which is your emotionally charged why you're doing what you're doing. So often this is what's missing from the formula. There's nothing that drives us. The P part of the equation is the process. This is the easy part. This is the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3. This is how you do what you do. So the dissatisfaction plus the vision plus those processes must be greater than the C, which is the cost. That's the price you have to pay. If you're unhappy enough, if you have an emotionally charged vision and you know how, the cost is irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything. You're going to push through it.
Yeah. All right. The wall that so many people have to break through is this thing called procrastination. I always find that I can find 500 other things to do besides what I really am supposed to do. But once I get started, the ball is rolling. So talk us into how we actually force ourselves to start.
This is so funny, Deborah. I'm getting ready to turn 50, right? It's a big age for me. And I feel like the older I get, the more it's like all these things that we dread so often, like, I don't want to do this. This is going to hurt. There's going to be too much pain. The minute you get into it, it's like, you know what? It really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm trying to teach my kids this right now. So human nature is to things that we think are going to cause us pain, we push it off. We try to ignore it. We try to push it to the side, as opposed to, hey, let's go head into it. Because at the other end of that, at the other side of that pain, there's not a lot of people that are willing to do whatever it is you were trying to do. So you're probably going to be standing alone on the other side.
All right. Your book, The Emotional Marine, and you talk about the things to make people instantly like you. I would imagine it really starts with you liking yourself, and people can see that.
This is inside out. We have to find a way to create happiness other than these exterior type of stimulus, like being on social media, right? We can't rely on the thumbs and the hearts. We have to start internally. But ultimately what this boils down to, Deborah, is just recognizing that we are all emotional creatures. We just want somebody to ask how we're doing. We just want somebody to ask how our day is. How are we feeling? Really simple connection pieces. We just have to get over this hurdle of, people, even though we have opposing points of view, at the core, we're probably all the same. We probably all really have a lot of stuff in common.
We know people reach out to you from across the country. You do a lot of motivational speaking on the business side and on the personal side. So let me ask you, let me divide those two categories. What is the biggest struggle and the questions, the most common questions that people in the business sector ask you?
Yeah, this is a problem with them not being able to stay on track. And again, them allowing themselves to get wrapped up in emotion. Emotion and logic are inversely related. Emotion goes up, logic goes down. Logic goes up, emotion goes down. I refer to this as emotional intoxication. When we allow ourselves to react to situations, that's when we react emotionally. It's knee jerk. We say and do things we regret, as opposed to responding. When we respond, we process information logically, then we're better able to formulate a response. In business world, it's getting people to recognize, don't try to ignore the emotion, recognize it and channel it. Use it as power, use it as fuel to push through the pain.
Yeah, all right. And then personally, what are people's biggest hurdles?
Really very similar to that. I think it's really just a matter of understanding that the people that we're dealing with every day, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, these are people that all have feelings. You know, I get all the time, I get the hard time, like, Eric, you're a Marine, you're talking about people being in touch with their feelings. And this is really what it all boils down to. We just want people to connect with. We want to laugh. We want to be goofy. We want to be silly. We want to trust people. We want to make other people feel important. We want to make them smile, right? This is what this is all about. It's a kuna matata. It's just no need to get upset about it. It's just kuna matata. No worries, right?
Yeah, so 5% what happens, 95% how you handle it.
We have total control over how we respond in situations. We cannot dictate what people say, what they do. We have total control over how we respond to what they say and do.
All right, Eric, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Happy New Year.
Deborah, back at you. Work on those dad jokes. I got you if you need me.
Okay, I just got to work on like knowing the answer. All right, thank you, Eric. Eric's book, The Emotional Marine, is available online and wherever books are sold. We also have a link on our site, greatdayhouston.com. Up next, for many people,